What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and today I'm gonna be giving you guys my first impressions and stat speculation on this Brave Redux Banner that we're gonna be getting tomorrow. So it's pretty similar to the far-fetched heroes we got last year, and it seems pretty similar concept to that. Basically the heroes who place really high in Choose Your Legends and who don't already have a version of them in the game, they are basically put on this banner, and Owain does not really count as alt, I think. Technically, because this is from Awakening, this Owain, and Odin we have already in the game is from Fates. So here we have got this banner, and we have got Loki. Loki of course plays really high in top 10. She was like number 6 I think. So she's a colorless infantry healer. We already know that, but Loki is gonna be summonable, and she's got Thok. So it does have Wrathful Staff built into it, so that's really good. So if she's got 3 more HP than the enemy, then she has got Gravity Ploy, which affects any kind of range unit like bow, dagger, magic, or staff. A pretty cool effect, honestly. It's essentially Gravity Ploy, but only against ranged foes. And it's not completely relevant for Arena because we do have a lot of armor and dragon units there. But if you're going to be facing some dual infantry units like maybe Soren or these new units that you're going to be facing, these colorless units with this dual skill, you could definitely trigger your Gravity Ploy against them, which is going to be really useful. And she has got Restore Plus. This is definitely much more relevant for Arena because you do have a lot of chill skills going around. You have a lot of ploys and even Panic Ploy from these high HP armor units. So Restore Plus is really good. You can use it to basically get rid of all those debuffs and effects. So it's definitely relevant for Arena. And she's got Earth, Water, Bomb. Basically it's a counterpart to Brave Veronica's Windfire Bomb. So this gives you +6 defense and +6 res for 1 turn. This is really good for Arena scoring because it is going to be a 300 SP healing special along with Windfire Bomb, and these are the only 2 really high scoring healing specials. And it's also useful for Arena in general because it does give you +6 defense and res, and the point of Arena is to preserve your unit's life and to have a deathless run. So it really helps with that while healing you. And she's got colorless infantry dual skill. So this definitely opens the floodgates to a lot more units. You've got these Razzle Dazzle healers now, and these dagger units who can debuff with their dagger can be amazing cheerleaders with this dual skill. And infantry archers can also run this with something like Fire Sweep bow to just do some safe damage, but they're going to be doing like 0 damage, let's be honest, against these kinds of high defense armor and dragon units. The biggest winners from this is definitely the healers because their slotty skills are really hard to get as it is, like attack speed bond and attack speed push. And you cannot really run attack +3 or speed +3 for Arena because it does not score really well. And they can definitely do their job by having something like Gravity and Pain Plus and just heal up even with this kind of slotty skill. So it doesn't really affect them all that much, and you can still run something like Wrathful Staff and Dazzling Staff, have the full Razzle Dazzle combo. So that's really amazing. Dagger units, someone like Jafar who has got a legendary dagger definitely is really good with this skill because if you +10 merged him, then you can use him for the chip damage and for the debuffs. So that's going to be really nice. And the thing which he has got above these Razzle Dazzle healers is that he can inherit Ether, which these healers cannot, and he also has a legendary weapon, and there is no colorless infantry healer who has got a legendary weapon. So Jafar is going to be really nice with that, and some other dagger units who can run Smoke Dagger with something like Wind Sweep or Water Sweep is going to be really nice. Innes has got a legendary bow, Nidhogg, and it does give him safe damage against dragons, so that's going to be really useful for Innes as well. But without a slotted skill, it's going to be really hard for him to do any sort of damage. But he could just run double Poison Strike, honestly, to weaken down the dragons with his Nidhogg Refine. So colorless infantry duel is definitely going to be changing a lot of things. And then we've got Odd Attack Wave, pretty nice for a healer because she does not have a slotted skill that can increase her offenses. So having this already in her slots is definitely really nice. So this is Loki. She's definitely going to be pretty coveted unit because of the dual skill. People of course want to use a healer for their cheerleaders because you can just use the healing from them and also have some amazing effects like Gravity Plus and Pain Plus. And these are the stats which I'm expecting on Loki. She does have 47 HP as we can see from the trailer, and that's insanely high, and it does work for her weapon, and you definitely don't want to have a minus HP Bane on her. and she's gonna be having probably high speed, I'm guessing. That's my expectation, and decent attack. Her defense and res are gonna be bad, but she does have really high HP and pretty decent speed, so in the end it's gonna be fine. So that's my stat expectations. Let me know about these in the comments if you agree or disagree with them, and what are your expectations on stats of these units. So we have got Kliff, of course, the last Ram villager to be in the game. For some reason he was never put in the game, but he scored really well in Choose Your Legends. So he has got Sagittae, the arrow spell. It does give him +3 defense, and this is really interesting and creative effect. So basically if he has got 5 less attack than the foe, then he gets +5 to all of his stats during combat. So this is really interesting. So this really suggests that he's not going to be having very high base attack, and he's going to be having this slot skill which reduces his attack by -2. So his playstyle is going to be really unique and definitely going to be fun. And minus attack IV, like, it's not really going to be hurting all that much, and +5 to all of his stats during combat is absolutely amazing, honestly. And he's got Growing Light. This seems like a really weird special because he's going to be having his attack reduced by Fortress Defense Res, and in general you want him to have less attack than the foe, and these AoE specials do scale off on your attack basically, so they could have given him some kind of other special. And they've got this new Fortress Defense Res skill, basically a combined version of Fortress Defense and Res, which only gives you -2 attack and +6 defense and +6 res. I really want to put like 2 Kliffs because I want to put this on my Azama. Azama is definitely my favorite healer, so I do want to give this skill to him. But this is going to be a really good skill because nobody really used Fortress Defense and Res for slot A unless for like budget purpose. We don't even have Fortress Res in the 4-star summoning pool. So this skill is pretty nice actually, and it does go well with Kliff's playstyle, and he does have chill speed. Chill speed is also really good, hoping that he is really fast because Kliff in general, from like what he was in Shadows of Valentia, he did have good speed and he was not really a glass cannon. He did have pretty respectable bulk, so skill set does make sense. And then he's got Fortify Res, which is so weird. They could have given him something like Even Res Wave or something like that. Just something premium, honestly, because his other 2 skills are premium. So he's gonna be doing the arrow spell. It looks really, really cool actually. It looks amazing, just like Shadows of Valentia, but in my opinion it looks less destructive. In Shadows of Valentia it had that sound effect which made it look like really destructive spell, and these are the stats I'm expecting on Kliff. All other Ram villagers like Ray, Tobin, and Faye do get the trainee bonus, so there's no reason why Kliff shouldn't get that. And if he does get that, then he's gonna be the first mage to have 156 BST. And I'm really hoping he does get this. So I do expect him to have base 30 attack. That's not really too high, and it's not completely unsalvageable, and it will work nicely with his weapons effect. So I'm hoping he only has base 30 attack, and base 37 speed is going to be really nice because it's going to be making up for his damage output, because you'll be able to double attack, and he already has chill speed. So I'm hoping that he's also fast. So that will give him a lot of doubles, and he's going to be really bulky while doing doubles, so that's going to be really interesting. And I do expect him to have decent defense at 28 and average resistance at 24. So with double Fortress Defense Res, he's going to be having 34 defense and 30 resistance, which is honestly so good. And with his Sagittae effect, he can be even more bulky, so he's going to be a really nice bulky fast blue mage, which is going to be interesting to see. Once again, these are not confirmed stats, just my expectations. Kliff looks like a really unique unit and a fun unit at that. And then we have got Owain, of course. They have made Owain really, really unique, it feels like. So he has got Mistletoe, of course, his legendary weapon in a way, and he has got -1 cooldown on that. So Blue Flame is essentially a 2-turn cooldown special, and this gives him +1 special cooldown charge on every foe's attacks. It is pretty similar to a breath skill, but not really. It's really hard to compare this to any other skill because this works in both phases, and it gives him +1 cooldown charge per foe's attack. So basically in the enemy phase, if he gets attacked, then he can retaliate back with Blue Flame. That's going to be amazing for distant counter usage. And you could also run something like Heavy Blade or Flashing Blade Sacred Seal depending on his stats. So you could get like the +1 cooldown on your attack with that Blade Sacred Seal and get +1 cooldown from foe's attack with this Mistletoe. So you could run something like Ignis on him, and that's going to be really destructive honestly with Wrath. But Blue Flame is better because of its low cooldown, of course, but I was just suggesting what you could do with the Sacred Seal like that. And Blue Flame is a 2-turn cooldown special with his Mistletoe, and it gives him +10 damage, and if he's adjacent to an ally, he gets +25 instead. So this is absolutely insane. It's better than Ragnalastra, because if you look at it that way, a +10 merge plus speed Ira has got like 47 speed, and 40% of that is 18, so she can get like 18 damage out of Ragnalastra. And if she gets some like speed buff from even speed wave or anything like that, at most like 20-21 damage, this gives him 25 damage, so it's definitely better than Ragnalastra. It's also a 2-turn cooldown special like Ragnalastra, and unlike Ira, he doesn't need to run Slaying Edge to retaliate back instantly with the special, because Mistletoe does give him +1 cooldown when foes attack. So he can have that in the enemy phase, and that's really strong. So I'm really curious to see the stat spread of Owain, how he will do against Ira comparatively. And Blue Flame is obviously an exclusive special. It's not going to be inheritable, even though they've not really explicitly stated that. So his slotted skill is Attack Defense Bond. Works amazingly with his Blue Flame effect, because that does need him to be near an ally. And Attack Defense Bond basically gives you another reason for him to be near an ally to get the Attack and Defense Bond buff. And Wrath is absolutely amazing with Blue Flame. He will get like 35 damage with Wrath and Blue Flame, which is absolutely insane. And he's got Spur Speed Defense, that's whatever. You definitely want to run something like Odd Attack Wave, I guess, to increase his attack even more so that he can nuke even harder. So these are the stats which I'm expecting on Owain. Of course, expecting pretty good speed like 36 speed, but not really 37 base speed like Ira, and 35 base attack to hit really hard. Decent defense and average resistance, I guess. And you can actually see that he has got 41 HP if I didn't mess this up, if you count the HP bars. So he does have 41 HP. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. I absolutely love his pose before the special. It's absolutely amazing that they put this detail on his special pose, and his special looks quite magnificent. Like, look at those wings. Oh my god. These units are honestly really creative in my opinion, especially Kliff, and Owain is absolutely going to be absurd, I think. They're just going to be giving him everything in a stat line, and as you can see at the end, Aversa is present here. So if you guys remember my video from like 1 year back, I did ask for Aversa to be in the game as a Grand Hero Battle unit for the longest time, and finally she is. She was the highest scoring villain in Choose Your Legends after the Grimas, I think. Hopefully I'm not wrong. And she does seem to have a preferred weapon. Hopefully it's something like Goisha or Aversa's Knight. Honestly, really hoping that it's something good. Because I do want her to be a good flying unit, and we don't really have a lot of good free-to-play flying units. We haven't really got a lot of them. We just had Jerome from a few months back, and now we have got Aversa as a free mage flyer, so that's absolutely amazing. There's actually only one mage flyer in the summoning pool, like permanently, which is female Morgan. So I'm just hoping that she's just good enough like Morgan, or even better would be really nice, but I have high hopes for Aversa. We're going to be getting this Grand Hero Battle on 25, I think. Hopefully she has got good stat line. So this is Brave Redux, your far-fetched heroes banner for this year. Let me know about your thoughts in the comments, and if you agree or disagree with my stat speculation. If you enjoyed, then please be sure to leave a like. It does help a lot. And if you haven't already, then make sure to subscribe for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.